The world is constantly changing with events happening every day that affect millions of people, from complex and natural disasters to inspiring movements for peace and progress. It is important to know what's happening around the globe. Let's explore some of the most important current affairs worldwide, divided into key areas like conflicts, climate change, health, economy, technology, and human rights. You are watching Worldwide Vision 2.0. Ongoing conflicts and political tensions around the world, wars and armed conflicts. Several conflicts are happening around the world, affecting people's lives and causing serious humanitarian crises. The most important of them is Ukraine and Russia war. The war between Ukraine and Russia continues, with fighting causing destruction and suffering for millions. Many countries support Ukraine, providing aid and weapons, while Russia faces sanctions from the international communities. Conflict in Gaza and Israel. Violence in Gaza and Israel remains a serious issue, with many civilians caught in the middle. People around the world are calling for peace and humanitarian aid to help those affected. Tensions in Middle East. The places like Syria and Yemen conflicts are going, with people suffering from violence, hunger, and displacement. These conflicts often involve regional powers, making peace more complicated. Political unrest and protests. Protests for democracy. In several countries, people protest against unfair elections, corruption, or human rights violations. For example, in places like Myanmar and Iran, citizens demand more freedom and better treatment. Shifts in leadership. Elections and leadership changes affect global politics. Countries like US, India, and Brazil face important political events that can shape their future policies and relations with the world. Climate change and natural disasters are very important and the most dangerous issues in the globe today. Climate change remains one of the most urgent global issues. Its effects are visible everyone, from rising temperatures to deadly storms. For example, extreme weather events, hurricanes, floods, and wildfires are becoming more common and intense. For example, parts of North America and Europe face severe wildfires, while countries like Pakistan and Indonesia struggle with deadly floods. Rising temperatures and melting ice is a very great problem to the world. The Arctic and Antarctic ice caps are melting, causing sea levels to rise. This threatens coastal communities and small island nations. Drought and food shortages are main issues nowadays. Many regions like East Africa suffer from long droughts, making farming difficult and leading to food shortages. Millions of people face hunger as crops fail and livestock die. Global climate efforts. Despite the challenges, countries continue to work together to fight climate change. Events like the United Nations Climate Conference COP bring world leaders together to set goals for reducing carbon emissions and protecting the planet. Renewable energy, forest conservation, and sustainable farming are all part of the solution. Health and global pandemics are also the most important and great issues to the world today. As like COVID-19 recovery, while the worst of the COVID-19 pandemic has passed, many countries still deal with its effects. Healthcare systems are rebuilding, economies are recovering, and scientists continue to study long-term impacts of the virus. Some of the new diseases are breaking out today in the world. Breakouts of diseases like dengue fever, cholera, and Ebola still happen in some areas, especially where healthcare systems are weak. Quick response and global cooperation are key to preventing these diseases from spreading. Mental health crisis. Mental health is now a global conversation. The pandemic, economic struggles, and conflicts have increased anxiety and depression worldwide, with many people seeking more support and better healthcare access. Economic challenges and global trade are very important and heartbreaking issues to the world today. The world economy faces many ups and downs affecting people's lives, wherever inflation and rising prices. In many countries, people struggle with higher prices for food, energy, and housing. This is partly due to supply chain disruptions caused by the pandemic and conflicts like the war in Ukraine. Job insecurity. While some economies are recovering, others face job issues and shrinking industries. Workers worldwide demand better wages, safer working conditions, and more opportunities for growth. Global trade tension is very pandemic and crucial issue today in the world. Countries sometimes argue over trade policies, imposing tariffs or restrictions on goods. For example, tensions between in the US and China over technology and resources impact global markets. Positive economic movements. Despite the struggles, innovation and entrepreneurship are growing. People worldwide start businesses, invest in technology, and create new markets, offering hope for economic growth and more jobs. Technological progress and global connectivity. Technology is advancing faster than ever, changing the way people live and work. Artificial intelligence (AI) is transforming industries from healthcare to education. Tools like chatbots, smart devices, and data analysis help solve complex problems, but they also raise concerns about privacy and job security. Space exploration. Countries and private companies are racing to explore space. Missions to Mars, moon landings, and satellite technology help scientists learn more about the universe, and improve life on Earth. Global internet access, more people are getting online, connecting remote areas to the rest of the world. This boosts education, healthcare, and business opportunities, helping communities grow. Challenges with technology. Of course, technology also has downsides. When misinformation spreads quickly online and cyber attack threaten personal security, governments and tech companies work to find solutions and create safer digital spaces. Human rights and social justice movements around the world, people fight for equality, fairness, and better treatment for all. Women's rights movements for gender equality push for better laws, equal pay, and protection from violence. Women in many countries still face discrimination, but progress continues through activism and education. LGBTQ plus rights. In some places, LGBTQ plus people still face danger and discrimination. However, many countries are making progress with new laws to protect and support these communities. Racial and ethnic equality. People globally speak out against racism, discrimination, and unfair treatment based on ethnicity and religion. Movements for justice and equality continue to grow, demanding lasting change. Inspiring stories of challenge. Despite ongoing struggle, there are many success stories, countries passing new equality laws, communities supporting each other, and global conversations about justice how show that change is possible. Humanitarian crisis and refugees is a great problem which is faces to the globe today. Millions of people around the world live in difficult conditions due to war, poverty, and disasters. People fleeing conflict, violence, and persecution seek safety in another countries. Organizations like the United Nations and Red Cross work hard to provide food, shelter, and medical care to displaced people. Hunger and malnutrition in regions affected by war or drought, children and families suffer from severe hunger. International aid groups deliver food and supplies, but long-term solutions are needed to prevent future crises. Acts of global kindness. Though these situations are heartbreaking, countless people and groups work tirelessly to help. Volunteers, doctors, and aid workers risk their lives to bring hope and relief to those in need. The world today faces many serious challenges: war, climate change, disease, inequality, and economic struggles. But alongside these difficulties, there is hope. People worldwide are working for peace, justice, sustainability, and innovation. Communities come together to help those in need. Scientists find solutions to complex problems, and young people raise their voices for a better future. Understanding global issues helps us become more compassionate, informed, and ready to make a difference. Even small actions like learning more, sharing information, donating to charity, and standing up for what's right can contribute to build a better world.